ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्यासम्प्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मयोगविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण योगवेदान्तसाधनद्वारा अस्मिन् क्षणेव आत्मानुभूति कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम् अस्मिन् कङ्कणबद्धानाम् अस्माकं सर्वेषां धर्मसंस्थापनकार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्री पतञ्जलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शनशास्त्रस्य व्यासभाष्यसमेत अध्ययनस्य प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामः। आदौ योगदर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणं प्रार्थना। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ॐ पतञ्जलिमहर्षये नमः। ॐ पतञ्जलिमहर्षये नमः। ॐ पतञ्जलिमहर्षये नमः। ॐ व्यासमहर्षये नमः। ॐ व्यासमहर्षये नमः। ॐ व्यासमहर्षये नमः। ॐ अथ श्री पतञ्जलि महर्षि प्रणीत योगदर्शनशास्त्रं द्वितीयः पादः साधनापादः। ॐ शौचात् स्वाङ्गजुगुप्सा परैः असंसर्गः सत्त्वशुद्धि सौमनस्य ऐकाग्र्य इन्द्रियजय आत्मदर्शनयोग्यत्वानि च सन्तोषाद् अनुत्तमसुखलाभः कायेन्द्रियशुद्धिः सिद्धिः अशुद्धिक्षयात् तपसः स्वाध्यायात् इष्टदेवतासम्प्रयोगः समाधि सिद्धि ईश्वर प्रणिधानात्. In this way, friends, 44 sutras we have done, 45 rather. Okay, what is covered so far? Key, we have to get moksha. Moksha is done by establishing Atmanubhuti. Atmanubhuti will happen when the Atma has no other things to identify with, called Vrutthis. All the Vrutti will be dissolved only when Drashtu Darshana Samyoga is broken. That Drashtu Darshana Samyoga can be eliminated only when the Viveka Khyati is fully generated. So our goal is through Viveka Khyati identifying with Purusha 100% so that the Prakriti or Drushya is no more binding us. In Vedanta, there is nothing on Prakriti. One alone is there, Ekamevadhyam Brahma. In Yoga Darshana, Prakriti is there, but I am no more identifying with it. Therefore, I am not bound by it. That's called as liberation. Now, if Viveka Khyati has to be developed, it is a Siddhi. For that, the sadhana is required. So, the sadhanas, therefore, are the Ashtanga Yoga. This is how the topic is developed. And every of the Ashtanga named. Among them, the first two, Yama, Niyama. In them, the five sadhanas are there. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Parigraha, Sauta, Santosha, Tamaswadhyaya, Ishvara, Pranidhana. Every of the definition, explanation, sadhanas are told. Yet, the phala is not told to us. We cannot get inspired by it. Therefore, Avantara phala called as the Siddhis are explained only to inspire us and make us ensure that we are on the path. So when we practice ahimsa but thoroughly, janma, jati, desha, kala, samaya, anavachinna, sarvabhauma, mahavratam. So too without the distraction of vitarka. So when you do ahimsa, the labha, satya karo, to kya siddhi milega, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. Now these are to be consciously remembered again and again. Our mind should be soaked only in study and contemplation on the Shastras if you truly want to prove that we are matured spiritual seekers. In the class only listening, that also half-hearted vaguely. The whole day spent only in the nonsense of the world, to improve which millions have tried and the world remains the same. That is absolute sheer immaturity as regards the spiritual sadhana is concerned. You may be matured there. Hundreds of things you may be accomplishing. अरे भगवान खुद ही इतना सृष्टि बनाकर सबको लुढ़काते हो, उस सृष्टि में कितने करोड़ों लोग आकर क्या क्या नहीं करके गए. In front of our own eyes we have seen 60, 70 years back how many people have come and how much of things they tried to do. All of them were samsarins if they have done the outer things only for outer sake without aiming at the inner goal. And those who aim at the inner goal, outer thing they do for some time, and with that, when the purity is attained, they just drop that nonsense. Then come to only spiritual sadhana. The spiritual sadhana is 24 hours. We are only remembering these sadhanas and engaged in them. That is true spiritual maturity. If not, still we have value for the people and the persons, projects and objects. मतलब क्या है अभी अविद्या में फंसे धसे हैं हम. Shastra has not entered us, rather, we are so indisciplined, irregular, and egoistic, we have not allowed the Shastra to enter us. है ना? Gurus are trying to bombard the Shastra to us, and we are with our own खड्ग और तलवार और वो कवच से हम अलो ही नहीं कर रहे हैं नॉलेज को अंदर जाने के लिए. That is why we continue to be worldly irrespective of our age. अब मरने का टाइम हो रहा है फिर भी अपना आत्म उद्धरण नहीं करते हैं, दुनिया का करते हैं, तो who can call him as wise person? Isn't it? जिस भगवान के हम भक्त है, he only says सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणम व्रज. Isn't it? Anyway, so in this way, so yama sadhana, niyama, asana, all of them, perfection in them, the sign of doing them perfectly are, these are the siddhis. In this way, the one who always revels in that. He is sadhaka. May we all, by God's grace, reach to that siddhi. So, to the 5 of the niyamas, Shaucha, Santosha, Swadhyaya, Tapa Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. है Shauchat, Swanga Jugupsa, Parai Samsargaha, Sattva Shuddhi, Somanasya, Indriya Jaya, then Atmas Prapti Sadhana, and Yogyata. These are all the things that is we get from Shauchat. Okay. एकाग्र इंद्रिय आत्मदर्शन योग्यत्वानि. Then संतोषात् अनुत्तम सुखलाभः. Then tapasah antakarana shuddhi leading to kayendriya siddhi. Then we have seen in the 44th one swadhyayat ishtadevata samprayogah. All the devata rishis, they are giving the darshanam, they help us in our life sadhana. Last one was important one, Ishwar Pranidhanat Samadhi Siddhi. Okay, Samadhi Siddhi Ishwara Pranidhanat. Again and again we have to remember, revel in that, take them as the goals to be achieved, try to do only them. As we discussed many a times, in the world of delusion, million things appear to be important and force us to do and accomplish. But nothing is as great as achieving the Kaivalya Prapti through the Atma Pratishtha, through the Yoga Sadhana or our Vedanta Sadhana. Therefore, resources remaining the same, human life remaining the same, opportunities remaining the same, the time span given is the same. Whether you get lost in the worldliness or whether you get into the spirituality is our maturity. सोच लो क्या चाहते हो. Clear? Now, after the 2 of the Yama Niyama sadhanas, exhaustively explained, discussed, which we also took good time of more than 15-20 days to study, we further move to the subsequent next limbs of the yoga sadhanas to be done, to be qualified for the Viveka Khyati Ityadi. Yoganga Anushtanat Ashuddhi Kshaye Jnana Deepti Aviveka Khyate. That is the sutra from where all this development has started. Now let us go to the next one. He says, Narayana. हाँ कि उक्ताः सह सिद्धिभिः यम नियमाः. So along with their siddhis, the yama niyamas are uktaha are exhaustively told and explained. This is Vyasa Bhagavan's Anubandha Bhashya. He says, Asanadini Vakshyamaha. Now we'll be discussing about asana, etc., the remaining six of the Ashtanga Yoga. Tatra. Among them, the third one now comes is what? Asanam. Now, what is the asanam? Here explained. Bhagavan Sutraka's sutra is very small. Bhashyakara's bhashya is small only. But then the people, other Vartikakaras, explain so exhaustively, so many details. Into all of that, we will not go for the lack of time and necessity. Few things only we try to digest. Okay. Now, what is the topic under discussion? The third one called as asana, the third limb of the Ashtanga Yoga. First limb is Yama, second limb is Niyama, third is Asana. So what is the Asana? Sutra says, chant it three times. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Sthira Sukham Asanam. Sthira Sukham Asanam. That's all. How simplified is our Rishi Patanjali ji while telling us the asana when we are pursuing the yoga marga of Atmanubhuti. When we are pursuing the path of making our body healthy, strong, long living, etc., the asana subject has got hundreds of details in that. All of that is so distractive and luring us that with all asanas managed our body so healthily only to remain at the body level. As per our Patanjali ji, the asana is that where you are sthira and where you are sukha. But it should be asana, not nidra, not shavasana here. There also there is sthirata and sukham, isn't it? So sthira means you are stable, not moving for any reason, at least for 1 hour. And that is without any pain in any part of the body, sukham. If that is achieved, then we have done the third one, asana siddhi ho chuka hai. Because only after stabilizing body this way that we can attend to the subtle equipments of mana intellect for sadhana, whether it is Vedanta Vicharana or Yoga Samadhi Abhyas. With the sleeping body, with the moving body, with the lying down body, you can't do. We have to make the body stable. So therefore, what is asana? Sthira Sukham Asana. Bas. It is not mentioned in the Sutrakara Sutra, which is it one, isn't it? Therefore, other than standing or sleeping, sitting position may, in whichever the asana, depending on your age and physical body's abilities, wherever you can find the sthirata, sukhatva, that is the asana. Depending on our age, we may not be able to sit on the ground. So don't insist. Make a proper chair, sthira sukha better. Idea is body should not be a trouble. Body should not be taking us into nidra. शरीर दोनों काम करता है, निद्रा में ले जाता है या नहीं तो अपने दुख दर्द से हमको उसी तरफ खींचता है और अटेंशन इज ब्रॉट टू इटसेल्फ बाय द बॉडी. ये दोनों नहीं होना है. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज स्थिर सुखम आसन. नाउ what is Vyasa Bhagavan's Bhashya for it, we'll study that much, and the other details only we'll mention without going into much details. He says so many names of the asanas he gives. But our job is what? Sthira Sukha. And you and I tell you very good trick. Attending anyway 4 classes per day. In every class, for 10-15 minutes at one stretch, if we decide that these 10 minutes become more than that, you can't in the beginning, I am not going to move. Stiram. And I will just relax the parts of the body. Sukham. If this is done, especially taking a time to do the asana siddhi is not required for you and I. बिकॉज 4-4 क्लास बैठ रहे हैं, एक एक क्लास में 10-10 मिनट का 2-2 बार भी करें तो हमको 5-6 बार हर दिन आसन सिद्धि का अभ्यास अपने आप ही हो रहा है. आई डू दैट ओनली. आई कांट हैव टाइम फॉर आसन सिद्धि. सो व्हेन आई सिट क्लास, ट्राई करना. कभी 2 मिनट में ही दर्द होता है, कभी 10 मिनट, कभी पता ही नहीं चलता फॉर 40 मिनट्स, 30 minutes, depending on that day's body condition and mind's occupancy of the sadhana or the shastra, sattva all of that. I'm just telling. So, in for us, especially in not struggle for asana siddhi, apne class. Lucky we are, isn't it? 10 minutes I am not going to move. Stable. Try all the best. हो गया. इस तरह कर करके, if you can command our position of sitting that 40-50 minutes you are not at all moving, then asana siddhi aa gaya. You understood? That's enough for one to go deeply into meditation. If somebody is able to sit for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, they are really yogins. They are very control over their diet and many other things. तभी जाकर 8 घंटे 6 घंटे बिना हिले बैठना. Not like sitting in front of TV or all of that. वो तो भी शरीर वहां भी मूव होता ही रहता है. Nobody sits stably there. कुछ तो कुछ खाने को लाकर खाते रहते हैं, गोल हिलते रहते हैं. You know, Dehatatma will not allow us to sit stably. By the way, anyway, that's not our subject. So, Sthira Sukham Asana. Okay? Where half an hour to 40 minutes, I am able to sit without movement. Okay, for you and I, you know, the Ardha Padmasana or the Siddhasana or Sukhasana, they are recommended. Fourth tough one is Padmasana. Padmasana is putting one leg over the other, sitting straight and all. In every asana, sitting straight, reed ki haddi bhi or neck and head should be in one line. It is common. Said or unsaid, we must accept it. Understand? So that is Padma. Ardha Padmasana is only one leg on the other one. Siddhasana is our both toes are near that. One is at the Mooladhara, another is at the evacuation point. All of them are yoga asanas under the guidance of the teacher. When we learn, we do. Sukhasana is the cross-legged, very simple. Cross-legged sitting is Sukhasana. One leg on the other, left and right, or right on left, Siddhasana. Then both legs one on other is called Padmasanam, as well as the other one. That's Ardha Padmasana. Now Siddhasana is where the toe is at that Mooladhara level, Guda standpoint, both of them. One is there, other is pushing that leg. When you are able to do that, you are in that Siddhasana. Siddha Yogi, वहाँ बैठकर they try to pull their energies and that pranas, and through the Mooladhara, they through the chakras they send. That is very effective. But all that is difficult for us because you have to have a living guru there teaching us. Asana pranayama never do by guidance or taken from the TV or from the cell phone or from the study of the books. Asana pranayama should never be done like that. A living guru demonstrating in front and teaching us, and we are learning from him till we become master of it. We have to learn it. Otherwise, लेने का देना पड़ता है उसमें. Very dangerous. Vedanta is the most easiest thing. कुछ करो या ना करो, समझो या ना समझो, आके क्लास में बैठ जाओ, सो जाओ, मजा आता है. Every other sadhana is tough. If you do wrong, problems are more. है ना, कर्म योग में, लोक सेवा में थोड़ा गलत कर दी, all your 10 years सेवा is forgotten, they only blame you. Very danger serving the world. Serving the people. If they misunderstand us, throughout life they look at us as enemy. They forget whether you are Swami or Tommy. जो भी हो, they don't care you. In these asanas also, थोड़ा इधर उधर हो गया, any added problems. You understood? So therefore, we have sufficiently discussed about asana means sthira sukha hona chahiye, whichever our body permits us, depending on our age, etc. Minimum 4 options are given to us. More than that, we need not worry. And the goal is asana siddhi, in that sitting straight with the neck and back and head able to sit for 40 minutes minimum without moving. In Gita, it's an achalam sthiram. Sthira from bottom, achalam from the top. Bottom is stable and top also is achalam. Right? तो हिलता रहता है वो. Angamejayatva is the word used for it in our yoga darshan. Just like it moves because of the inner gases, inner variety of modifications, and mind is forcing it to get up and go and do this, that. हजारों चीजें होते हैं. That's why body goes on shaking. So without shaking above, without moving below, sthira and sukha. Or achalam sthiram in Gita, sthira and sukha here it is said. Vyasa Bhagwan only says few things. He says tad yatha. He gives examples. Padmasanam, Veerasanam, Bhadrasanam, Swastikam, Dandasanam, Sopashrayam, Paryankam, Kraunchanishadanam, Hastinishadanam, Ushtranishadanam, Samasamsthanam, Sthira Sukham, Yatha Sukham Chaiti, Eva Madini. Which is asana is secondary. In which you are Sthira and Sukha, that is important. In that the last one says Samasamsthanam, Sthira Sukham, which we have discussed. Then, in this Vrutthis, those who have explained Vyasa Bhashya, what is Padmasana, what is Siddhasana, what is Bhadrasana, what is Veerasana, Swastikasana, Dandasana, Sopashrayasana, Paryankasana, Samasamsthana Asana, they are all explained. We need not worry about all of them. तो येन संस्थानेन अवस्थितस्य स्थैर्य सुखम सिद्ध्यति तदासनं स्थिर सुखम तत् तत्र भगवतः सूत्रकारस्य सम्मतम्. So in that asana in which you are stable and unmoving and comfortable, that is called asana according to our sutrakara. That should be enough for us. Sthira sukham cha sutropatam tasya vyakhyanam yatha sukham iti. आदिशब्देन मयूरादि आसनानि ग्राह्यानि यावत्यः जीवजातयः तावन्ति एव आसनानि इति संक्षेपः. So most of the asanas are from the animals and trees and all that we have learned. So what we have to say is we are in the moksha marga. For us, the whole important thing in life is Vedanta. As much contribution to the Vedanta the yoga does, yoga sadhanas, yoga shastra we are studying. And in this yoga sadhana also many are taught like the asanas. In the asana, apart from the yoga sadhana, where he said only sthira sukha, the total subject of asanas are developed by other yogins for the body stability, energy, because they inquired on that. Like those who inquired in the physics world, the physical world of all scientific truths, they have recognized. The chemists, the chemical secrets, isn't it? In the spirituality also, they have discovered so many secrets of the management, mastery, etc. of the body. All of that is called Asana Shastra. You and I, being the pursuer of the truths, we cannot afford to waste our time in going detail into all those. These are enchanting. And everything is enchanting in this world, but we should know what is our ultimate goal. Only that much we have to do. है ना. जैसे आप बद्रीनाथ जा रास्ते में इतने वाटरफॉल्स होंगे, लेक्स होंगे, ब्यूटीफुल साइट सीइंग होंगे, वैलीज होंगे, everything is beautiful and enchanting, but our goal is Bhagavad Darshanam. So you cannot afford to stop. Many to you have to skip and move ahead in life also. So the so-called spirituality में आने के बाद भी हमें यहाँ भी फंसाओ. Like even when you are going to Badri, Kedar, Vaishno Devi, in between चाय वाले, बिस्कुट वाले, फल वाले, दुकान वाले, वहाँ भी हमारे पीछे पड़ते. पीछे पड़ते मतलब अट्रैक्ट होते हैं वहां अट्रैक्टिंग चीजें. तो यू कांट एस्केप वेर एवर यू गो दीज थिंग्स फ्रॉम देयर आउटर अराइवल, बट इनसाइड यू शुड बी मेच्योर्ड कि आई हैव कम फॉर भगवत दर्शन. आई कांट सिट एंड गो फॉर एनी शॉप. इन द सेम वे ऑल दीज थिंग्स ऑफ learning all the asanas, breaking the Guinness books of record, these are all shopping है. हमारा पर्पस वो थोड़ी है. That by which sthira sukha you are able to sit. हो गया asana. Now go to next one. Pranayam all. But I want to learn Shavasana. अच्छा अब तो डेली क्लास में करते हो. I want to know Padmasana, Darshanam, this asana. There's no end to that. Remember all the ones who have done yoga, all the ones who have done other yama and proved themselves to be so great in the world, including all martial arts. Where are they when they became old? With regrets that now we are old, we can't do all of that comparing with others. Zero spirituality. You have to be very wise. The world is so complicated at every moment, tempting us. If we don't have that high level of wisdom, everywhere we get caught up. And the ego in us is there, who doesn't want to listen to the guru. So once we have people who are listening to us, है कि ना, एक बार हमारी बात सुनने वाले आगे लाइफ में, मतलब हमारी बात चल रही है, we stop listening to the gurus. Then we listen to our own ego and mind. Ego and mind have nothing but worldly attention, because then only they sustain, not spiritual. Because in spirituality they have to dissolve. ये सब अंदर की बातें जानने में बहुत जन्म लगते हैं. वी जस्ट अभी कदम लगाए हमने इस मार्ग में. So स्थिरम सुखम आसनम is enough. Now what is pranayama? According to Sutrakara and Bhashyakara, where the sutras it is said, tomorrow we will see that. Then the pratyahara. With this chapter will be over. Then Dharana Dhyana Samadhi say, third one Vibhuti Pada starts. Soon we'll start. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Ram Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Good.